Hello and welcome to our third Monday assembly. Apologies, it's late on Sunday night. I've had a nightmare and I'm having to change from my normal laptop use to filming this on my iPhone. So why? Well, we've had a bit of an interesting evening. I've lost files. My project files have become corrupted. I've had a save button in my video editing software that doesn't want to save. And finally, my laptop has decided that it's going to go into social isolation and do nothing. So, if you've seen this, I've managed to cobble everything together with my phone and upload it to Facebook. And I hope you enjoyed the assembly and the hard work it's taken to get it up onto Facebook. We have got a fantastic assembly for you. We've got a tribute to Captain Tom Moore. We've got a new section called Teachers Talk Books. We've got the Children's Gallery, which today is full of children's artwork where they have drawn their teacher. It's brilliant. Worth waiting for. And finally, we have in the staff room where some teachers have got their Start of the Week awards where they didn't do them on Friday. So, finishing the show, we've got Dylan with his guitar as well. So, without more to do, I'm going to show you a few pictures from Lily Lord that she made several weeks ago and has been patiently waiting for them to come up on the video. Lily, I thought your pictures would be great at introducing and getting people excited about Teachers Talk Book section. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the assembly. What can you say about the gentleman, Captain Tom Moore? I first saw him from the comfort of my sofa watching breakfast TV on Good Friday as he was introduced by the BBC hosts. Who was this person? I asked myself, amongst the doctors and politicians that were filling our screens. It's important to understand what was happening in the world at that time, for when people in the future look back at this time, they need to understand the context. The country was in lockdown, schools and businesses shut, and everyone told to stay at home. The elderly had been warned to stay at home for 12 weeks, as the virus would affect them severely. In these circumstances, the last person I expected to see take on the challenge was a 99-year-old gentleman who needs a walking frame to get around. Maybe one of our celebrities, politicians, sports stars or famous business people would capture the spirit of our country and show us that we could get through this and bring everyone together, letting us all show that famed British spirit. But there Captain Moore was on our screens. No celebrity, no ego, no superhero cape, no pretense, no anger or sorrow. Just an elderly gentleman pushing his walking frame up and down the patio in his back garden with pride and dignity. What he did have was determination, commitment, a dream and a super catchphrase. Tomorrow will be a good day. The £1,000 for charities he was aiming to raise would support our doctors, nurses and other workers in our NHS, the National Health Service, which is made up of hospitals, GP practices, accident and emergency units and other medical establishments across the country. As he walked, you could see the medals on his chest, smartly displayed on his blazer with his tie, iron trousers and smart shoes. The picture of him as a smart young captain in the army was proudly shown on our TV screens. A lot of people realised at this moment that Captain Tom Moore, in his own way, aiming to walk 100 laps of his garden before he turned 100 years of age, captured perfectly what the country needed. A hero who didn't wear a cape. Someone who was one of us. Not a strong person, not a boastful person, but a kind, humble, thoughtful person who set out on their own challenge to try and help the people in our NHS. Captain Tom Moore joined the army in World War II. He joined the Duke of Wellington Regiment. You can see the badge that they wore on their caps. He was made captain, someone who could handle a lot of responsibility and be a good leader. He would have looked after nearly 150 men. Other soldiers would know he was a captain because he wore a crown and 3 pips on his shoulders. He set off on a very long journey in a ship to a place called Burma, where he joined the battle. He was part of a large army with lots of officers to lead the thousands of soldiers. A lot of the fighting happened in the jungles of Burma, and lots of men died from injuries but also of disease. After the war, he taught other soldiers how to use tanks and other armoured vehicles. He was part of the 17th Royal Armoured Corps, who wore this insignia on their caps. After leaving the army, he raced motorbikes and was a fan of motor racing. His achievements of raising not £1,000 but millions and millions of pounds should be an inspiration to all of us. So I want to thank Captain Tom Moore for his service to our country in World War II. I want to thank Captain Tom Moore for thinking of others in the NHS. I want to salute Captain Tom Moore for showing us that we all can have a challenge and achieve our dreams. Captain Tom Moore, thank you and happy 100th birthday for the 30th of April.
It's Miss Hodges here. I hope you're staying safe in isolation. Mr. Ellis asked us if we could find our favourite book as a child, and I managed to find mine. My favourite book is The Tin Forest by Helen Ward and Wayne Anderson. I really like the language in this book and how he describes the setting. I'll just read you the start. There once was a wide, wind-swept place, near nowhere and close to forgotten, that was filled with things that nobody wanted. I love the images in this book as well that the illustrator has drawn. They change throughout the story. At the start of the story, he uses lots of graves, and it doesn't really look like a place that you'd want to stay. Very dark and desolate. But as the story changes, the setting evolves and it becomes bright and cheerful, using lots of bright colours. I wonder if you could have a go at creating your own illustrations for this story. Mr. Ellis will put the read aloud link below, hopefully, and it means you can have a read of the story online and create some images to go with it. I hope you're all staying safe. Bye.
Hi RC, I've been asked what books I used to like reading when I was a child. So when I was 5, I used to like reading
Hi everybody, I hope you're all okay. I just wanted to share with you a book that I loved to read when I was a little girl, and it's a book that my 3 girls have also read, and they still keep a copy of it on their bookshelves today, and they're all teenagers now. So my favourite book is The Owl Who Was Afraid of the Dark by Jill Tomlinson. Plop was a baby barn owl who was fat and fluffy, and he was scared of the dark, but he learnt every night that he went and sat on his branch that the dark could be exciting, it could be kind, it could be wonderful, and much, much more. So this is my suggestion of a book to read if you haven't already done so. Stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye!
A favourite childhood book of mine was Chicken Licking. It was about a little chicken who thought the sky was falling down, and she raced to tell the king. I haven't got the original book, or if I have, it may be buried in a box in the loft that maybe I'll have to dig through at some point. I have bought a newer version of it since. I remember it fondly because my dad used to read me the story, and each character had their own voice. Turkey Lurkey with his special voice, and Goosey Lucy, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Foxy Loxy. I remember it fondly. Lovely times with my dad reading me that story and then reading it by myself.
Go.
Hi boys and girls, just wanted to say a quick hello. I've not been in the school office now for quite a while. I finished in September to go on maternity leave to have our little boy. Here he is. Say hi Rory. Say hi. We're just heading to bed now, but we wanted to share with you our 2 favourite stories. So our favourite story that we enjoy reading as a family is Each Peach Pear Club. But Rory also loves reading with his big brother the story Peepaw. They're both by Janet and Alan Albert. We highly recommend them if you've not read them before. We hope you're safe and having lots of fun, and we hope to see you all very soon. Bye!
Oh, high five end at Haslingden Primary School. Oh, I hope you're all managing to keep busy and find things to keep yourself entertained. I'd invented a new adventure sport, urban potholing, also known as fixing the decking. But anyway, I want to give out my shout outs. First of all, I want to say well done to Areeb, who's got over 170 million points on Spelling Shed, over 100 million more than anyone else. He's also very active on My Maths. In fact, all of Year 5 is very active on TT Rockstars as well. I also want to say well done to Anaya Khan, who has managed to complete levels on My Maths. He's doing really, really well. And also to Amelia for all your excellent additional home learning that I've been seeing on the assemblies. So, hope you stay safe. Right, I'm going to go back to urban potholing and see if I can avoid the kids.
What's up, my mammals? This is Sid the Sloth from the movie Ice Age, and we're about to do this new dance, the Continental Drift. It's time to get up on your feet. It's easy to do. Just follow me. Move it out. Do the Sid. Take it back. And do the Sid. Step left. Then drift. Step right. And then drift. Crisscross. And do the man-made. Crisscross. And do the man-made. Now jump, jump. Wiggle your rump and walk it out like Granny.
There's the Queen Bee. She must have a message for us. Let's go and find her. Oh, it's a message for 3S. It says, be happy and be safe. I hope you are keeping well. We've also got some shout-outs for people on the Spelling Shed. We've got Adam, Hania, and Hope. Well done, keep up the good work. Next week I'm going to be having a look at My Maths. Keep safe, everybody. See you soon.
998, 999, 1000. Hello everybody, hope you're keeping safe and well. I'm really enjoying the assemblies and I hope you are too. I think Mr. Ellis is doing a great job. It's lovely to see so many smiling faces, so keep sending in your pictures and the videos of all the new things you're learning. This week I'm going to try and teach myself to play a tune on my keyboard and also to do some silk painting. My shout out this week for 3B goes to Eva, Lily and George. Well done on your spelling shed scores. See you all next week. Bye everybody, keep safe.
Mum, what are you doing?
Nothing, I'm not doing anything.
Mr. Ellis needs your star of the week for the assembly.
Alright, okay. My star of the week is Sky Aspinall on Spelling Shed. She's done 41 games in the last week, 9 My Maths in the last 2 weeks, and on TT Rockstars in the last 30 days she's done 204 studio games. Well done, Sky.
Hi everyone, hope you're well and keeping safe at home. First of all, I'd like to apologise to one of you that I didn't see them before the end of the week. I have been self-isolating and my little boy hasn't been well himself.
And I've been coughing for a while.
Oh, if you heard him in the background, he's been coughing for a while. I've been watching your videos and I must say I have been very impressed with what you have been doing at home with everybody. Emily, your skipping, amazing. We did try at home, but we didn't do very well, did we? When we tried our skipping at home, we weren't very good at it, but we will continue to practice.
And Poppy. Say Poppy too.
Oh, a big shout out to Poppy, who is Mrs. Taylor's little girl who goes to nursery with Ahmed. The only way I was able to do this video is if I did a big shout out for Poppy. Anyways, we'll talk about Poppy later. Just like being back at school again, to be honest. Continuous interruptions. But hey ho, I hope you're all well. I look forward to seeing your videos, your pictures, your home learning and everything else that you have been doing at home. One thing I would like to share with you is my favourite book since when I was a little girl really, which happens to be Ahmed's favourite book as well, and it is called The Bear Hunt.
No, Dragon Hunt.
It's The Bear Hunt.
Dragon Hunt.
Bear Hunt.
Dragon Hunt.
Do you know what? He does like innovating his stories, and this is an amazing book to innovate. We love acting out. We're going on a bear hunt in our house.
No, Dragon Hunt.
And Ahmed is saying it is our dragon hunt. So he's going to read this as a dragon hunt, and I'm going to be sharing this story as we're going on our bear hunt. Hope you enjoy. Okay.
I hope you enjoyed our assembly. Thank you to everyone who's contributed. Look out for assembly this Friday, where we'll be doing Star of the Weeks, some other contributions, and then the following Monday, got a little surprise up my sleeve that me and the teachers have been working on, which I'm sure you will thoroughly enjoy. Have a good week, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you on Friday for the assembly. Bye.
Friends and